40% of children living in Southwark are living in poverty. And this is causing a barrier to them accessing good relational and sexual health outcomes. Southwark also has the second highest HIV diagnosis in London and the third highest STI rates. On top of this, in a lot of our work in the schools in Southwark, we have seen many young people that we've had to deal with who have experienced child sexual exploitation, some of them even as young as 12. And a lot of this is coming from the gangs and also them being groomed online. And this is why our work is so important. What we found as we've been going back into schools, that some young people are experiencing high levels of anxiety. Some of them have experienced bereavement through, unfortunately, losing loved ones through the pandemic. Some of them are having identity crises, not knowing what to do or who they are anymore because their routine has been broken. So now they're back in school and they're just finding it difficult. We are going to set up focus groups to see how we as an organisation can equip the young people to help build up their self-esteem, to help them find again a positive identity of who they are and help them move forward. We aim to make sure that every young person that we meet has got good, healthy self-esteem. We also aim to enable them to be able to make healthy decisions regarding relationships and sex. And we do this by delivering on a range of topics in RSE, including sexual consent, sexting. We talk about the media's distortion on relationships and sex, including talking about topics around pornography. We also teach them about sexual health, so that's STIs, HIV, and other topics as well. Delivering in various contexts such as pupil referral units, to state schools, delivering to students with all different backgrounds, from people with English as their second language to those with special educational needs, because we want our lessons to reach all young people. Esteem developed the Boys Project to help boys consider the concept of manhood and how their choices relate to their own character formation. The course itself is delivered to small groups of boys and it's been primarily helpful to those young men who have been excluded from mainstream school settings. At the end of each session, some of the feedback that we've received regarding some of the topics that we've discussed from the students have been things like them learning and understanding in more depth what consent is and also what consent isn't. They've also learned that actually a lot of things that they see in porn are not a true reflection of what relationships or how they should relate to women in real life are. The Girls Project was developed to help those students who have been identified as most vulnerable to sexual exploitation. The project helps girls to focus on having and building healthy boundaries, as well as encouraging them to flourish into the women they desire to be. The project itself helps the young girls to realise the dangers and to make them more aware of the dangers of sexual exploitation and grooming and what that looks like and how to keep themselves safe. At the end of our lesson, some of the feedback we've received from some of the girls who partook in the project were things such as them realising that actually they may have been potentially groomed in the past, and that in the future this project has made them more aware of who they are, what they want, and also how to stay safe. Much conversation is being had within the classrooms, within the school halls, within the playgrounds regarding race and colorism and relationships. Esteem's Racial Identity Project will seek to co-produce a new resource with BAME students to help youth navigate, speak about, challenge and eradicate racism. We will do this by having 96 students partake in focus groups and around 500 students piloting our new resource.